We all know that money is tight these days, but it's also important to be smart with your money. You can't just spend all of it on shopping and eating at restaurants. So here are 8 ways that you can make sure your money goes as far as possible. 1. Spend your money on experiences rather than things. Experiences are more valuable than things because they can be shared with others, remembered for a long time and enjoyed over and over again. Things get old and broken and eventually thrown away, whereas experiences leave lasting memories with you that you can share with others. 2. Invest in yourself, but don't be self-indulgent. Investing in yourself is a good thing. Don't be self-indulgent, though. Don't spend money on things you don't need, and don't waste your time doing things that aren't important to you. 3. Stick to a budget, but don't restrict yourself to it. When you're trying to stick to a budget, it's important not to restrict yourself too much. You can't only eat at home and take the bus everywhere. You have to spend money on things that make life fun. If there's something that interests you but costs more than what you think is acceptable, like eating out, just go ahead and do it anyway. It doesn't matter if this money goes towards buying a new album or getting some new clothes, as long as it makes your life better in some way, then go ahead with it. Don't feel bad about spending money on yourself either. You might as well use what little extra cash comes through your hands each month wisely instead of just locking away those funds in an account somewhere until they evaporate into thin air. 4. Turn down offers that aren't in line with your financial goals. If you're trying to save money, it's important to understand the difference between an offer and a gift. An offer is something that someone gives you for free because they want something out of it. Example, your friend asks if she can borrow your car. A gift is when someone gives you something without expecting anything in return, and even if they did expect something from us, we still wouldn't feel obligated or pressured into accepting their offer. It's easy to get caught up in the moment when receiving gifts or discounts on purchases. However, there are ways we can turn down these offers so our spending habits remain consistent over time. 5. Don't buy stuff to impress other people, especially if it's not necessary for your life or job. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. Buy what you need and want, but not more than that. 6. Believe you can afford anything worth buying, even if you're not sure you can afford it at the time of purchase or later on. It's important to have this belief because then, when something comes up that costs more than what you have available in your budget, it's easier to say no than yes. When we think about spending money on something that makes us happy and improves our quality of life, we often find ourselves acting differently, like making an extra effort to find coupons or shopping at thrift stores instead of retail stores where everything costs more money. It may seem like a small thing, but having this attitude will lead your financial situation in such a way that there won't be any reason why things couldn't get better. 7. Pay off your debts before adding anything else to them, especially credit card debt. The interest rates can be astronomical. The more you owe and the longer it takes you to pay it off, the more money you'll pay in interest. So if a credit card carries an 18% annual rate of interest, that means that if you have $5,000 worth of credit card debt and make monthly payments at 10% on that amount, $500, then each month or year after that would mean another $500 being taken out of your pocket and put towards paying down this balance. In other words, if it takes 10 years for me to pay off my $5,000 car loan with 2% APR, annual percentage rate, and I have no other loans or mortgages, I will end up paying over $12,000 total. That is insane. Even worse than dealing with high hidden costs like these are those who choose not only not pay down their debts at all but rather keep adding more onto them instead, and thus become trapped into even higher levels of debt than before, further reinforcing negative behaviors around spending less than we earn, because we simply cannot afford what we want right now. 8. You control how much money you spend, so spend sensibly and responsibly. Spending wisely is important for your financial health, as it helps to keep debt at bay and avoid spending too much on unnecessary things. Only buy things that are necessary or wanted. Don't get carried away by fashion, just because it looks good in the store. Do not buy things impulsively after seeing them advertised everywhere. This includes online. Here are some tips on how to spend your money wisely. Focus on finding cheaper alternatives rather than paying full price for everything. For example, replace a car which costs only $500 but goes for $4,000. We hope we covered some of your questions about spending money wisely. This can be a lot to take in, so remember that everything you watch here is just information, and not necessarily the end-all be-all of financial decisions. The most important thing is to make sure you're doing what's best for you and your family, because if you aren't happy with yourself or the decisions being made, then no amount of advice will work. Good luck! And thanks for watching.